Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 9 of What If the 10 Tails was sealed inside of Naruto. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto was banished and gathered all the Jinchurikis and enjoy that guys. And over on Anime King, I posted a brand new episode of What If Naruto was a badass genius. So go ahead and check out that and enjoy. And later on, I'm going to be posting a brand new episode of What If Naruto was neglected by everyone. So stay in tune for that and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support guys. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So, the last spot we left off, Jubi started Naruto and Kimimaru's training. As they were going to train for 3 years, Sasuke was with Orochimaru as he was doing his training as well, as Saya had left with Jiraiya, as Jiraiya was teaching her very hard for her to get a lot stronger so she can be ready in the future, as Saya wondered if she would ever see her brother again. As the training continued for months upon months, as Naruto and Kimimaru were getting in complete focus, the both of them were pushing hard and getting stronger and stronger each day, as Jubi was teaching Naruto all kinds of different metal and how to utilize them in battle, as Kimimaru was learning the bone dance and learning some other liquid bones as he can manipulate the bones in other way, as Jubi is a perfect teacher for that, since she has complete mastery over the ability. So the training went on for the months as the months went by, until it was Naruto and Saya's birthday. As Saya remembered, when they were much younger, Naruto had told her to write down something on a paper that they want for one another and burn it and throw the ashes in the air, and it will come true for the other. As Saya was just there with a sad smile on her face as she wrote down her paper and burned it, she threw the ashes in the air. With Naruto, he did the same, as he hoped Saya was okay. She was one of the persons in the world that he will never come to himself to hurt, as he was just hoping that all of this will work out for her. He also told Kimimaru, once he was done with his goal, and him and Jubi, get out of here and went to the demon realm. He wanted to watch over Saya and make sure that she was okay, as Kimimaru promised Naruto. The 3 years were finally up, as they were heading out now, as Naruto and Kimimaru relationship has grown a lot, as Kimimaru see Naruto as a god, and Naruto see Kimimaru as one of his close friends, as Saya returned back to Konoha, as she's trained and pushed herself so hard in these 3 years, she was ready to do what it takes to get Naruto back. We then skip to Sasuke, as Orochimaru told him that Saya has returned back to Konoha, and Naruto is joining the Akatsuki, as Sasuke thinks that he can defeat the both of them. So yeah guys, that was basically the last one we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself, so let's start this new episode guys. I can defeat him, Sasuke said. I doubt that. The Jubi, the most powerfulest being in the world, has been sealed inside of him. She can easily defeat me. I have no doubt that she trained Naruto in these past 3 years. I know he could defeat you before. I bet he still can, said Orochimaru with a chuckle. Sasuke gritted his teeth. I can defeat him, he said. Not so sure about that, are you? Orochimaru said. The one thing you fear is him. I don't like him much either. He took Kimimaru Kaguya away from me. There is no doubt they're using him as a guard. What's so special about him? Sasuke asked. Kimimaru has a special bloodline. He's the last of his clan. He's able to produce bones from his body, coming from the powerful war clan, the Kaguya. They were the start of the civil war in the Mist. Back in the time of clan wars, they even had a place in the fear and respects in the Uchihas, said Orochimaru. Sasuke didn't know if he was lying or not, but either way, This guy is strong, he can guess. I can still defeat him, Sasuke said, as he then turned and left the office in anger. Orochimaru chuckled to himself. I doubt that. He's probably even immune to the Sharingan. He's the one foe I don't want to go against. Even if I could defeat him, the Jubi will stand at his side, along with Kimimaru, he said. As Orochimaru knew Sasuke heard him, in all honesty, he was lying. He would never fight Naruto or the Jubi if he could resist it. He would be killed by the Jubi. The only one who can defeat that beast was the Sage of Six Paths who died centuries ago. And he doubted anyone right now power could match a Sage. So that means right now she's the most powerful thing in the world. Meanwhile, Akatsuki hideout. Your first mission will not start. Deidara and Sasori will be returning with the Ichibai soon, Pain stated. Naruto gave a nod. Where is Hidan and Kakuzu? Both of them are out, hunting bounty ninjas, said Pain. Naruto sighed as he then turned to Kimimaru. Come on Kimimaru, let's go look around the base, he said. As Kimimaru nodded as they left and walked around. As Jubi stood there leaning against the wall. The Ichibai is the first on the list. How long will it take to gather all the Bijus? She asked. In the next year or so, we should have the 7 Bijus. The 8 Tails will be harder to get. He's under strict watch due to his brother, being the Kage of the village. The Kyuubi will be mine once I take all of the Biju's chakra, Jubi said. In return, once I get all my power back, I will destroy all of the major villages for you. As Pain nodded, good, he said. Back at Konoha. What? Gaara has been taken by the Akatsuki? Saya said as she gasped. Yes, and we have been requested to send backup. I will comply with it. Sakura will go as a healer, Kakashi will go as a leader, and you, Saya, will come as a fighter. More backup will be sent later on, he said. Also, Naruto's movement has gone silent in the past 3 years. There is no doubt that he will appear. He's most likely working with the Akatsuki to get the rest of the Bijus, Minato said. As Sakura nodded along with Kakashi. As Saya paused, but then she gave a small nod. Head out as soon as possible, said Minato, as all of them nodded and headed off. Sometime later, hey Jubi, Naruto said. What is it, Naruto? Jubi said. What's the statue? You mentioned something earlier about it, Naruto said. The statue, she said as she looked at it. Pain somehow got his hand on the statue. The Sage of Six Paths used to rip my body into pieces and use each one of my tails, the material form, not the chakra, to create the Bijus. After doing so, he continued to rip out my chakra and place them into the Bijus. There's a reason about how the Bijus are constructed, she huffed. What's so great about it then, Naruto asked. There's a reason that I cannot transform fully into my animalistic form. The Sage sealed it inside that damn statue, she said. I can only break it when I come to full power, she said. That man, Pain, is ice, said Kimimaru. Yes, he awakened the god Ice. The Rinnegan, the only dojutsu that can ever put any harm on me. There is multiple techniques locked to that eye that can be used to defeat me. He believed he can use that over me, but he's a fly compared to the Sage. I can at least respect the Sage, despite how powerful he gotten. He only thought the best for the world, Jubi said. Is that why he created the Bijus and ripped you apart, Naruto said. I was a hired killer back then, Jubi said in a sigh. I was just hired to destroy a village, a large sum waiting for me. After I did it and took the money, he came to me. And he burned down the first reflection of his compound. He thought he burned my library along with it, but he obviously didn't. He picked up a few things from me though. He figured out a way to compact chakra, Jubi smirked. The Sage was pretty amazing, Kimimaru said, before he flushed. Sorry, Jubi-sama, he said. It's fine, I can agree with that too. I may not like him, but he's strong. He was the strongest ninja ever to walk this earth. He was a god in a mortal form. He defeated me, and I bet he could defeat Jashin too, Jubi said. And I have no problem saying that I lost to him. I gave a damn pretty good fight, she said with a smirk. As Naruto snickered, is that why you got sealed into the moon? He taunted and laughed. Jubi glared at him as Naruto burst out laughing, as Kimimaru cracked a small smile. With pain. Distractions, he said. You're thinking about sending Naruto Namikaze and Kimimaru Kaguya, Konan asked. I want to, but I know better than to. He doesn't want to fight the Kyuubi Jinchuriki for some reason of her being his sister, Pain said. You will be patient. Naruto can act as a distraction, but he will not harm his sister. I don't want an angry Jinchuriki, growled a voice from the shadows. Madara-sama, Pain said as he stood. Naruto Namikaze will not harm the Kyuubi Jinchuriki. and the Jubi want to get the Kyuubi herself. Sawyer Namikaze will remain unharmed, a voice said, as a single red eye stared at Pain. As Pain nodded, good, the voice said. Back with Naruto, I wish for you to read these scrolls, Jubi said, handing Naruto multiple scrolls. What are they? Naruto asked. They are the first centuries of my life. I want you to understand my chakra a bit more, so that you can begin to use my chakra for jutsus, Jubi stated. It will help, Naruto said. It will, Jubi said. Naruto sighed. What is Kimimaru doing? He asked. He's practicing with his bones to pass time. Fine, I'll read your diaries, Naruto said, as he took one of the scrolls that had a 1, the kanji for 1 written across it, as Jubi gave a smirk and left the room. As Naruto opened the scroll, Year 1, Week 3, Day 4, it said, This is my journal that I've decided to use. I have to admit, despite being the clan here, I never really learned how to read and write in kanji. It's never been one of my best points, but mother always say my kanji look beautiful. 3 weeks ago, I killed my grandfather. I should feel a bit bad, but in all honesty, I don't. Actually, I like driving a blade right through him. I should feel guilt, but that man deserved to die. They should know that women can be strong samurais just as man. Women in this era are rather weak though. Most of them barely have any chi, which confuse me and irritate me and interest me at the same time. I am going to study myself. I want to know why I have so much chi. I have the most in the world and I don't understand it yet. Why do I have so much? Skip. I am no longer a human. I am a demon. Jashin said, I am the creator for both peace and war. I don't understand very well. I am not even 2 decades old. I have never talked to any other god except for Jashin and the Shinigami King. I met the Shinigami King 2 days ago. He told me I should start writing everything I do. He said that one day I will willingly give my life for some human. Why would I do that? I am a demon queen, the true immortal. I will never be taken down. He also told me that one day I will be defeated by the most powerful mortal that ever walked this land, and he will create even a more dangerous warfare, more than the samurai wars. And there has been 3 great samurai wars. He also told me the ways of the samurai will fade and fit into a new era. I still don't understand his words, but he says something about me being the center of an ancient prophecy. I'll either be the sign of a long-lasting peace or the end of the world. But I'll never get involved with those humans. I have no reason to. I won't make that mistake. Naruto started to chuckle as he finished reading that scroll. Jubi really did change after time passed, huh? He said. As he unrolled another scroll. Year 1, Month 2, Week 1, Day 2. My chi is amazing. I can do even more than I used to. I can totally cover my chi in my form, entirely black, and I can also transform into a large wolf. Right now I have 2 tails, which is rather odd. Jashin told me the more power I get, the more tails I will earn. I've been able to turn my chi into fire, lightning, water, wind, earth, and ice. That is really amazing. It looks like I'm really overusing the word amazing, she right. I can create strings of lightning just shot from my fingertips. I can create water out of thin air. I can turn the water into ice. I can create earthquakes by just stomping into the ground. I can use wind blades to tear through trees and everything. I can spew fire from my mouth. I've been killing a lot of people lately for money. I currently only have 20 gold coins, 4 silver coins, and 11 bronze coins, and like 50 copper coins. Naruto hummed as he wondered what it should have felt like to figure out that your chi isn't really chi, but chakra. That you are doing something much more amazing and powerful than chi. As he unreeled the next scroll to see a rather large time skip. Year 3, Month 4, Week 2, Day 4. I haven't write in about a year and some months now. I've been rather busy. I have a lot of money stored up. I run a total of 1,000 gold coins, 300 silver coins, 400 bronze coins, and 1,200 copper coins. I mostly keep it in a valid bag that hangs on my hip, except for the rest that is stored in my sack. I can easily live now, and it's a lot easier to travel. Everyone has gotten over the death of the old Senji clan head. I've heard a new heavy civil war is coming. Something about the Senji clan becoming ultimate loyal, and the samurai nations being split into 2 different nations. I always knew my family was screwed up. Each of them going after an element it seems, standing for a certain way of the samurai. I don't like it, it sounds stupid and useless. I'll just watch as they tear themselves apart. I saw the Shinigami King last night. He told me, my destiny is up to me, and it depends on my choice. I don't understand what he's trying to tell me. He always tells me riddle every time he visits me. One time he told me the mineral will not be corrupted. Another time he told me the green energy will become dangerous for your enemy. And then the red cloud will fall by your decision. I don't get it. I don't think I'll ever will. Maybe one day, but currently I don't. I now have 5 tails. It should be around 25, but I control and compact my ki to turn them into 5. Each tail has 5 in one. Think about it, it would be rather crazy if I was flapping around with 25 tails behind me. I visit my mother's grave and my father's. I prayed. There, I lit a candle. I still hope they rest in peace despite what I've become. But I will keep on striving because I will push and push. I will become the demon goddess, the strongest there ever is, and I won't stop until I become the strongest, she said. As Naruto stopped, as he trailed off, the mineral will not be corrupted? Does that stand for him? The green energy will become a danger for your enemy? Uranium, obviously. Both of these seem to connect. Did the Shinigami King already know that this will happen? Did he already know that one day I will become what I am now? I'm already corrupted. I've killed hundreds already. Maybe it's because I'll never kill my sister. Maybe it's because I'll never destined to kill anyone in my family. Maybe that is what it means, but it still doesn't make any sense. As Jubi must have guessed that Naruto would get the mineral Kekigenkai before even giving him the mixture of Kekigenkai 4, the special one to get to him. As Naruto continued reading the scrolls. Meanwhile, Saya watched as Sakura continued to heal Kankuro, as she could hear Kakashi talking to Temaru outside. They couldn't have gotten far. The desert, surrounding the sand. It should probably take them more than a day, and we have set multiple traps around it. Even if they kill Gaara, they would definitely drop his body somewhere in the sand where we would find it, Temaru whispered. After Sakura is finished, we will head out right away, said Kakashi. Lady Chiyo is coming with you because of Sasori. She may be the only one who can actually fight him. She knows Sasori's fighting style, so she will be the best one. Saya, can you hand me that bucket of water? Said Sakura, snapping Saya from her thoughts. Oh, of course, as she went for the bucket and placed it next to Sakura. As Sakura started to remove the poison by using the water to guide it out. Time skip. Pain wants you to be at the extraction. You can get there quicker than both Itachi or Kisame. Both of them are currently in water country, said Konan. Aren't we in the wind country? Naruto asked. Borderline. How quickly can you get there? She asks. Well, how far away from us is the sand? Naruto asks. It's normally a day away from us if you're a ninja. I will use a time pocket, but it will drain me. It will take less than a few minutes if I do, Jubi said. As this blood clone is going to expire soon. Besides, you are to confront Team 7, she said. My sister is with them? Naruto frowned. You won't have to harm them, just distract them, Konan said. I'll do that, Naruto said. Remember to bluff, Jubi said. Naruto smirked and gave a nod. I'll get Kimimaru and we can head out, Jubi said. Also, wear the Akatsuki cloak Konan cut in, handing them 3 cloaks. Jubi handed one to Naruto, as she then left the room with the other 2. As Naruto got up and slipped on the cloak. Time for some actions, he said. 10 minutes later, Naruto had on his cloak, as he opened the front part to show the amulet on his chest from Jashin. Ready? Jubi said. Yeah, said both Kimimaru and Naruto, and they were suddenly sucked into Jubi's eye. Konan said that Kimimaru will be distracting another Leaf team from getting in the sand, so this will be Kimimaru's stop, Jubi said, releasing Kimimaru. Good luck, Kimimaru. Jashin bless you, said Naruto. I'll do my best, Naruto-sama, Kimimaru bowed, as Naruto and Jubi vanished in another swirling vortex. As Kimimaru stood there, as he waited for the incoming team. As he then performed hand sign, bone release, liquid bone trap, he said. As he coughed and a white substance poured from his mouth and hit the ground. It flooded more and more until it surrounded the entire area. Now to wait, he whispered. And this is your stop, Jubi whispered, as she then dissolved into a pool of blood. As Naruto watched in interest as the cloak fell beside him. Seal it into your wrist. I want it for later, Jubi said, as Naruto complied and picked up the cloak and sealed it away in his wrist. As he then sat down, as he waited. After a couple of minutes he sensed the chakra signatures coming close, as he stood up. As the group finally reached him, Akatsuki, said Chio. Naruto? Said Saya as she was shocked. Hello, said Naruto. What are we going to do? Sakura said. All we know is that he controlled minerals? He can create them out of mid-air with hand signs? Chio asked. No, Lady Chio. He doesn't need to use hand signs, Kakashi said, as he cut in. He quickly lifted up his headband, revealing his Sharingan. You think that will work on me, Naruto said. Jubi created it, along with every bloodline in this world. She can even let me borrow them, Naruto said, as he then raised his hand and instantly 4 shurikens appeared in his hand, as he threw them right towards Sakura and Lady Chio, as the both of them jumped away back into the trees. Stay back, I'll deal with him, said Kakashi. You won't stop me from killing you by using my emotions. Trust me, Hatake, they won't. Rule me now, said Naruto, as he dashed forward, as he dodged. But Naruto wasn't aiming at him. Naruto was aiming at the ground at his feet, as Naruto's fist hit the ground, but nothing happened at first. But then the ground shake, as the stones then break under the weight. Imagine what that would have done to your body, Naruto said. We have to make this fight last. Don't use any great techniques, only basic techniques. Remember, Jubi said. Naruto then created 50 diamond edge shuriken in mid-air, as he then tossed them towards Kakashi. Damn it, he never uses metal before, only gold, silver, diamond, and sometimes gemstone. Who knows what other tricks he learned? He's immune to the Sharingan. But at least I can predict his body movement. His Kekkei Genkai is the problem, Kakashi thought, as he dodged and weaved out of the way. You can't outdance me, Kakashi-sensei, Naruto said, as he taunted, as he created hundreds of iron spikes that rushed towards Kakashi. Kakashi did his best to dodge, but one of them went right in his thigh, thankfully not hitting any bones, but the flesh. Naruto smirked as he raised a single hand sign, Release Seal, Transport, as the spike poofed out of Kakashi's thigh and reappeared in Naruto's hand. Jashin ritual, Jubi whispered, as Naruto gave a small nod. As Naruto then stabbed an iron blade right in his foot, as blood poured out, as he then formed the symbol on the ground. He then brought up a spike that stabbed Kakashi, as he lit the blood off of it. Kakashi frowned, confused what was going to happen, as Naruto looked at him with a smirk. Let's see how you handle this, as he used a spike and drive it into his foot. There was silence, until Kakashi screamed, a quick scream, as blood started to pour from his leg. Naruto pulled out the spike as he raised it towards his stomach. This wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. What's wrong? Can't fight against your old student? You're a pathetic man, Kakashi. You used Saya to save your life 3 years ago. That won't happen this time. As Naruto felt someone appear behind him, as he jumped away, as Sakura's fist hit the circle, creating a huge explosion as the entire ground was rooted up. She hid her chakra signature well, but not well enough, Naruto thought. As he landed, Sakura dashed towards him as she slammed her fist right into his chest, as she drove him straight down into the ground, as everything exploded. As Sakura brought her fist up again, but it was caught. You have gotten stronger, Naruto said, as he smacked her out of the hole and got up and dusted off himself. Well, Kakashi, looks like I won't be focusing on killing you today. I should start with you first, he said as he looked towards Sakura. Naruto, stop, Saya said as she jumped down from the trees, as she looked at him. But Naruto didn't look at her. He still focused on Sakura. Meanwhile, with Team Guy, they landed in a clearing to see a white-haired male standing there. Who is this? Tenten asked. He's wearing the Akatsuki robe, Guy said. That's when they realized they couldn't move. What is this? Neji said. It's some kind of glue, said Lee. My name is Kimimaru, Kaguya. Naruto-sama has requested that I kill you, he stated. Kaguya? As in the war clan Kaguya? Said Guy. Correct, said Kimimaru. As he then bent down and placed his hand on the ground, which group noticed it wasn't really solid, it was a strange liquid. Liquid bone, solid bars, he said, as bubbles shot from liquid and formed bars around them, trapping them inside, as they then mulched together and came with a thick surface, as it was the 3 members in there, not Guy. liquid bone. Prison seal, said Kimimaru, as it became thick and solid. As kanji formed on the top for seal. Guy sensei, said Lee. I have this, Guy said, as he looked on his feet, as he braked out of the bone solid that tried to creep up on him. Kimimaru frowned as he then dashed towards Guy, the liquid bone parting, giving him a path to move towards Guy. Kimimaru brought down a bone to swipe Guy in half, but Guy jumped back and dodged. So you're the taijutsu master, said Kimimaru. I have no chance in a completely taijutsu battle. When it comes down to a taijutsu master, my bone and my kenjutsu are my only chance, said Kimimaru. I'll make the liquid bone solid and use it for later, he thought. Meanwhile, Sakura froze as she saw Naruto turn his stare directly towards her, as Chiyo frowned before her eyes became wide. You're a distraction, she stated, as a grin came on Naruto's face. Congratulations. Looks like you're the genius of the group. He then dashed towards her as he tried to take her head off, but she jumped back. And not too slow. Boy, I can defeat you. I know more than you think, Cho said. You're a puppet master. Your poison will not work on me, and injuries I can live. So tell me, old bag, what can you do to me? Naruto, Saya said, as she glanced at Kakashi, who couldn't even stand up, and Sakura, who was not ready to prepare to fight her brother. As Lady Chiyo frowned, Sakura is being trained by Tsunade herself. One of those punches should have brought him down, but he lived through it. And he stabbed himself without care. I heard the rumors that he's a demon, that he can regrow limbs. As she clenched her teeth tight. Naruto turned, Saya, he said. As in an instant he appeared in front of her. As Saya stood there froze. As he ran his hand down her cheek, his claws touching her, she jumped back in fear, as she froze looking at him. I won't hurt you, he said. It seems like I'm done here. Goodbye. As he vanished. What just happened? Saya said, as Sakura ran towards Kakashi to heal him. Can he move? Cho asked, looking at Kakashi. He'll be fine, his left leg will be a little weak. He can fight though, Sakura said. Good, Chiyo said. As she then looked over at Saya, it seems that girl is the boy's only weakness, said Cho. Meanwhile, Kimimaru jumped away from Guy, as he sensed Jubi and Naruto chakra not too far away. As Jubi and Naruto then appear right next to him. Kimimaru, I don't want you to fight him, Jubi stated. He's a taijutsu master, you should not fight him, Naruto stated. I want to prove myself, please Naruto-sama, said Kimimaru. No, you will harm yourself. You have no need to do so, Naruto said, sighing. Both of you have your own weakness. Kimimaru, you don't need to prove yourself, she said. Now, form a prison around him, said Jubi, as Kimimaru complied. Guy frowned as he jumped up as he saw the bone turning into liquid and created bubbles. Guy sensei, look out! Lee voice yelled. Guy froze in shock as the bars went too high, even farther than he jumped, as the kanji for seal appeared on top of it. As it then knocked him down, as his feet got stuck in the liquid, as the bone crawled up on his foot and became solid, trapping him. As a seal appeared around him. It will take some time before they break out, said Jubi, as Kimimaru removed his hands from the liquid. What are we to do now? Kimimaru asked. I want to go watch a fight, but Naruto would get involved the moment Saya is in danger. As she turned to look at Naruto, as Naruto scoffed. What? As Jubi rolled her eyes. You're pathetic, she said. Time skip. Jubi sighed as she ran her claws on the wall. She was bored out of her mind. Well, at least she got the Ichibai, as it was sealed inside of Naruto. As it went by really fast, thanks to Naruto being there in his help. But she couldn't watch a fight, because the moment Naruto see that his sister is in danger, he would have run out and killed whoever she was fighting. Jubi herself doesn't understand it, but Naruto seemed to care more for Saya than a twin. It was like he took Minato's place as her father. As she winks, as she remembers something the Shinigami King said to her centuries ago. Flashback. Jubi raised her eyebrow and she looked at the Shinigami King. What have you come to tell me now? She asked. I have come to tell you that the Toad prophecy holds truth. You will meet two of them that will come close. One will listen to the other more than the other one. The other shall never use his power against him. With your help, they will either lead an era of peace or pure war, the Shinigami King said. Jubi scowled. What the hell is that supposed to mean? She asked. You will not understand yet. Centuries from now you will understand, the king said. You will understand soon enough. While we cannot control your power and your growth, you are mixed with humanity. You will soon come to hate the moon. You're still young, Jubi. Jubi frowned. You're really confusing, old man, she stated. As the king chuckled. I may be, but one day you'll be just as wise as me. That if you can make the right choice to help him. If you're not supposed to choose the end of my destiny, why are you hinting at me to choose choices that I don't even understand yet? I wish for you to make the correct choices, that is all. Jubi, do you not understand? Your chakra is black, because it stands for death. If any normal mortal is to be consumed by this, they will die. There will be only one that will be able to live through this and control it. Jubi merely rolled her eyes. Whatever, she said. End of the flashback. Jubi sighed as she understood what the Shinigami King said before. All of it is now true. It's the reason she never took Naruto's body over and killed him. She wanted to have a pup, someone to look after. After all those centuries of being alone with no one but yourself for company, you grow lonesome and you eventually wish for someone you can care for. She wished for a pup and she got one. Naruto is that pup, and he will never be harmed as long as she's around. As she understands the Shinigami's words, you will meet two that will be close. One will listen to the other. More than anyone else, the other shall never use that power against him. With your help, you will determine if they will lead this world to an era of peace or war. The Toad's prophecy. She remembered hearing it, but it was a bit blurry seeing that it was covered in natural chakra. She knows who the two are. Naruto is the one that can be controlled by mere words from Saya. But she doesn't mean to, as Saya will never use that against Naruto, but it has its limits, obviously. The mineral has become corrupted, Jubi whispered. Naruto has killed many, up to the hundreds, but he will never kill his sister though, and by that standard he will never kill his family. Never his mother or his father. The green energy will become a dangerous foe for your enemy, Jubi whispered another part. Uranium, Naruto's 5 different techniques using it, could cause ultimate destruction. If he is not careful to him as well, it's a dangerous foe to anyone who uses it. And the red cloud will fall. By my decision, Jubi whispered. The Akatsuki will fall if they do not win the upcoming 4th Great Ninja War. Even if they escape with their life, she will kill them, so they wouldn't spread any information about the statue. Even though she owes a great deal towards Tobi, she will kill him as well. Pain and Tobi, those two she hates if not disliked. Pain, the one who thinks he's God, despite the fact he's being controlled by Tobi. Jubi fears his eyes, however. If he got close enough, he could tear her soul into pieces. The Rinnegan is her only true weakness. She's worried of him, but she never let it show. But when it comes down to it, she will defeat him. He is still not on the stage of 6-path level. She will just have to watch out for those eyes. Tobi, the one who wants to rule the world. He's the one who helped free her, but his visions of peace are so blurry, she wants to laugh. She won't say anything, however. If he loses the upcoming war, she will kill him. But if he wins, she will destroy the major villages and leave. Now, there's a thought of her pup, Naruto. Naruto's character is so complex. It's different from who he's talking to and who he's around. If he's fighting, he's driven by bloodlust, and he merely wants to bring as much pain as possible to that person and make them suffer. The only one who gets his full respect is Jashin. Jubi gets some of his respect, but he sees her like a second mother rather than a figure that he must look up to. Personally, Jubi is fine with that. Naruto has only Saya in mind, who he wants to protect. Kimimaru has a place there, but Naruto believes Kimimaru can protect himself. But Jubi knows if Kimimaru is hurt in a fight, Naruto will come out and kill the person who did it. He will never admit it, but he's rather protective of Kimimaru, as he sees Kimimaru as a brother. And Kimimaru wants to fight Guy, just so he can prove that he can handle a taijutsu master. Jubi doubts it though. Kimimaru's weakness would be a taijutsu master. Naruto's own weakness would be mid-range attacks, for them to be far, for him not to punch your lights out, and for them to be close, for him not to be able to stab them with spikes. And there is also that technique, the Yellow Flash. That is a name that Minato went by. That ability could hurt Naruto. Naruto is powerful, yes, but he's not invincible. That doesn't mean they're not going to try and get stronger. They will still push forward and advance more. Jubi sighed, life is so complex. Meanwhile, Kimimaru was thinking, about himself fighting off against a taijutsu master. He wanted to prove himself to Naruto-sama. He have to defeat Guy so that Naruto will praise him for defeating a taijutsu master who had years of experience compared to Kimimaru's short life. He knew if he defeated Guy, Naruto would be proud of him. Yes, he would be proud of him. Meanwhile, Naruto was glaring at himself in the mirror as he was wearing a simple bathrobe. It's because, once again, he couldn't kill someone because of Saya. It's like he couldn't kill someone in front of her. Just by her saying mere words, he stopped. Damn it, Naruto said as he started to curse up a storm. In your anger, I can hear your thoughts, all the way from my room, Jubi said. I didn't know we could do this, Naruto said. Yeah, you still hold a lot of my chakra in you, and all of the Ichibai's chakra in you as well. I guess it strengthened the connection even though we're a distance away. This can be useful for later, Naruto said. Yeah, Jubi said. Now tell me, what's wrong? I can't kill anyone with Saya around, or she will stop me by just saying a few words. You can fix that, Jubi said. How? Simple. Never be around her, Jubi said. In what world is that simple? Naruto said, as he growled. Oh, calm down and think about it. Whenever you're around her and you're fighting, just drive your opponent away from her and get alone and then kill that person, she said. Naruto paused as he then started to laugh. You know, you have the most simple solutions, the most complex problem, Naruto said. In what world is it complex, Jubi said, as Naruto merely smiled. Meanwhile, Saya watched as Lady Chiyo leaned over Gaara as they barely got him back, and Saya almost lost control over the Kyuubi if it wasn't for Kakashi. Sakura and Cho were both able to kill Sasori, but Sakura is currently resting. She worn herself out, and she's currently drained. Lady Chiyo herself looked close to death. I barely have enough chakra to do this, but the Kazekage is more important than I, she said, as she raised her hand. Lady Chiyo, you're gonna give your life? Temaru whispered, in shock, as tears stained her cheeks. When she saw Gaara, she instantly started to cry. I do not know if it will work or not. Hopefully it will, Lady Chiyo stated as she went through hand signs. Time skip. 3 days later, Team Guy and Team 7 entered the office, Minato's office, as both of them gave their report. Naruto was about to kill Kakashi, but stopped, Minato stated. Yeah, if it was for Saya, neither me or Sakura would be here right now, said Kakashi. He and the Jubi stopped. The boy known as Kimimaru from fighting me, Guy said. Saya, Sakura, Tenten, Neji, Lee, please leave. I wish to talk to Guy and Kakashi alone, Minato said. They all complied as they nodded and left. What happened? What skills did Naruto show? Asked Minato. He used a voodoo-like technique to injure me. He stabbed himself easily, and it didn't seem to affect him that much. Sakura then pounded him into the ground, but he came out of it like nothing. It was like he was just testing her. He used more metals other than gold and silver or diamond. I'm guessing that he's mastered more minerals. He said that he's immune to the Sharingan, and that the Jubi can give him more Kekkei Genkai, said Kakashi. Did it seem like a bluff? Minato asked. Not really. He was about to kill me. Saya told him to stop, and he did. Guy gave a nod. He stopped one of his men from fighting me. It seemed that he still had some youthfulness. He cared for his man, said Guy. Minato sighed. Akaguya, the Jubi, Naruto. I want a full report written down. I don't know if it's a bluff or not, but if Naruto can use any Kekkei Genkai, we need to be prepared. Meanwhile, Pain handed Naruto a scroll. Your mission is simple, gather information about the nations and their Jinjulki. You will return each time we get a Jinjulki, and to contact you, Pain said, as he took out a ring. It's made out of my chakra iron, with emerald stones on it to mark it as yours. I'll contact you whenever it's needed, Pain said, as he tossed it to Naruto, as Naruto caught it with a smirk, as he looked down at it. I would have prepared one for your Kaguya, but it seems like you refused to join the Akatsuki, and only listen to you, Pain said. True, said Naruto, as he slipped the ring on to his right hand. Middle finger. It fits, he said, looking Pain straight in the eye. Weekly reports, if I'm correct, Naruto asked, as Pain simply nodded. If there's anything obvious, tell us, Pain stated, as Naruto gave a nod. Farewell, Pain, Naruto said, as he left. But guys, we'll be in this episode right here. If you want to see the next part, if you already know what to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the bell notifications they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, guys, Stay in tune for What If Naruto Was Neglected by Everyone. I'm going to be posting that over on Anime King, and I hope you guys do enjoy. And also go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Banished and Gathered All the Jinjurikis. And I also post a new episode of What If Naruto Was a Badass Genius over on Anime King, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy. But for now guys, I'm out of here. Peace.